My Lady Justice Sathe, my Lord Justice Patil, Justice Bhonsale, Justice Jamsandekar, and Justice Dubash, Mr. Thakkar and Mr. Dond, distinguished seniors and members of the bar. It is indeed my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the Bombay Bar Association Felicitation for 5 of our distinguished members who've chosen to take a higher calling and have been elevated from the bar to the bench. Their elevation is a testament to their erudition, integrity, and their service at the bar. As they assume their high constitutional posts, we are confident that their learning, experience, and sense of justice will greatly enrich the judiciary and strengthen our noble institution. May I now call upon our President, Mr. Thakkar, to please say a few words.
Good evening all. The Honorable Judges, esteemed colleagues from the bar, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a moment of great pride that we welcome our new judges today. With the addition of latest batch of 14 judges, our strength on the bench is now 82, as against the sanctioned strength of 94. We expect and hope the Collegium would proceed to bridge that gap very soon. Let us continue to make a collective effort to make our justice delivery system quick and efficient. I think this is a challenge by judiciary to the bar. We have appointed more judges. You now cooperate with us for disposal of the matter. On behalf of all of us, I want to assure our esteemed judges, whom we are felicitating today, that our members will render full cooperation in courts for disposal of the matters. Congratulations to each one of you that in spite of your large practice, you have answered the call of duty and accepted judgeship. Now, few words for each of the judges. It is a moment of great pride and joy that we warmly welcome Honorable Miss Justice Aarti Sathe on her elevation as a judge of the Bombay High Court. With the elevation of Justice Sathe, out of 82 judges, we have now 12 lady judges, almost 15% of our strength. Born on 19th July 1977, Justice Sathe had a brilliant academic career. She completed her law from Government Law College, Mumbai. She was selected as the best student of the university. She secured an LLM degree and qualified as a solicitor in the UK. Having started her journey in profession after obtaining Sanad on 22nd July 1999, Justice Sathe signed articles with Mrs. Gagrat and Company and also worked as an advocate there. And thereafter she joined the chambers of senior tax lawyer and her father, Sri Arun Sathe. After working with several firms thereafter, she joined the chambers of Mr. Percy Padiwala till 2016, and thereafter, till her elevation, Justice Sathe practiced independently. With over 25 years of exemplary practice, she has appeared before ITAT, Board of Advanced Ruling, SEBI, SET, Customs Appellate Authority, various high courts and the Supreme Court of India, handling complex matters in taxation, arbitration, civil and regulatory law. She was appointed as a sole arbitrator in several matters. Justice Sathe has contributed various articles in various publications and online portals. She continued her connection with her alma mater and other colleagues through lectures and moot courts. Justice Sathe loves reading. She is a fitness freak and practices yoga, and she loves traveling. Her dedication, integrity, and deep legal knowledge have earned her respect across the profession, which resulted in a call for duty which she answered positively. Her appointment on last month is a well-deserved recognition of her competence and service to the law. We extend our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a distinguished tenure on the bench, confident that Justice Aarti Sathe will continue to uphold justice with fairness, wisdom and commitment. May I now call upon Dr. Milind Sathe to present a plant to Justice Aarti Sathe as a token of our appreciation on behalf of the bar. Good, one fact. May I request our Vice President, Mr. Venkatesh Don, to hand over the book Legacy. Justice Ranjitsinha Bhonsale hails from lawyer's family. His lordship had his schooling in G.D. Somani School and Sydenham College for his commerce degree. He is also alumni of Government Law College, where in LLB examination, he was ranked third in the university. He has also done his LLM. He was enrolled with Bar Council on 24th June 1998. He started his legal practice by joining Mr. Faizullah Bhai and Mr. Ravi Krishnamurthy of Mrs. Mullah and Mullah. Justice Raja Bhonsale joined the chambers of Mr. P. N. Modi, senior advocate. Justice Raja Bhonsale also worked as assistant government pleader, and he has consistently demonstrated professionalism and commitment to justice. His expertise in civil, criminal and securities law, along with his work in public interest litigations, reflects his varied and all-round experience. Justice Raja Bhonsale's elevation is a well-deserved recognition of his hard work and ethical approach. On behalf of all of us, I extend our warmest congratulations and best wishes for a distinguished judicial career. May I now request his Guru, Sri P.C. Modi, to present him with a plant. May I request Mr. Don to Mr. Justice Amit Jamsandekar did his Bachelor of Arts in Rural Development from Devgarh, a small village in district Sindhudurg on the west coast of Maharashtra, very famous for Alfonso. He joined the Government Law College and graduated in 1998. He did his LLM in 2000 from Cardiff University, UK, and is now a doctoral candidate at the University of Leicester, UK. He enrolled as an advocate in 1998 and has been a solicitor of the Supreme Court of England and Wales since 2002. He started practice on the original side of the Bombay High Court after joining the chambers of Dr. Virendra Tulzapurkar, doyen of the bar and specialized in intellectual property laws. He regularly appeared in domestic and international arbitration proceedings, in disputes relating to technology transfer agreements, software development, breach of confidential information, etc. Justice Jamsandekar joined chambers of 4-5 Gray's Inn Square, a highly reputed chambers, and probably is the only member of BBA to have joined London Barristers' Chambers without being a senior advocate. Justice Jamsandekar has published several articles in the European Intellectual Property Review and Communications Law Journal on complex legal issues in the area of intellectual property laws. He is a referee for the Journal of Intellectual Property Rights published by the National Institute of Science, Communication and Information Resources. He has been an adjunct faculty member at the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, the Creative Future School, the Institute of Intellectual Property Studies, Bombay. In 2002, he was admitted as a research associate at the University of Cardiff. Justice Jamsandekar is an alumni of the prestigious International Visitors Leadership Program 2008, sponsored by the Department of State, United States of America. He was also nominated by the US Embassy for the Yale World Fellowship in the year 2009. Cooking is his first hobby, and his other hobbies include farming, sailing, and fishing. On behalf of the bar, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for his judicial career. May I request his guru, Dr. Virendra Tuljapurkar, to please come forward and honor Justice Jamsandekar with the flag. May I thank you, Dr. Tuljapurkar. May I request Mr. Don to please do the honors by presenting the book Legacy. Born on 18th May 1976, Justice Sandesh Patil hails from Sangli district, Maharashtra. His father, late Advocate Sri Dadasaheb Patil, moved to Bhayandar district, Thane, for practicing law. Therefore, he completed his education till SSC in a school at Bhayandar and a graduation in commerce from Sri Chennai College of Commerce and Economics at Andheri. He accomplished his LLB degree from Government Law College, Mumbai, in the year 1999. He completed his LLM from University of Mumbai and was an awardee of Barrister Raja Bhosle Award for securing highest marks in law of crimes for his LLM. After enrolling with Bar Council of Maharashtra on 22nd July 1999, he initially joined chambers of his father at Thane and assisted him till 2000 May. Later, he moved to Bombay and joined the chambers of Sri Dilip Bhosle, former Chief Justice of Allahabad High Court. However, Justice Bhosle was soon elevated within 6 months of his joining, and he thereafter joined chambers of Senior Advocate Sri A. Kumbhakoni. He later joined chambers of Sri Anil C. Singh, the current Additional Solicitor General, and started his practice on appellate side as well as original side of the Bombay High Court. He has appeared in matters involving constitutional law, administrative law, service law, PILs, and litigation under various central and state acts. Justice Patil's career reflects not only his depth of legal knowledge, but also his profound sense of responsibility towards upholding the Constitution of India. His role as senior panel counsel for the Union of India, representing esteemed authorities like NIA, CBI, and ED, reflects his professional standing. His involvement in landmark cases challenging the constitutional validity of statutes such as UAPA, RERA, and SURFACE Act, and his arguments in high-profile matters such as the Malegaon bomb blast, Goa bomb blast, and Antalya bomb scare case showcase his impeccable legal acumen. He has represented various cooperative banks, financial institutions, and private entities on civil side as well. He is a perfect equilibrium of matters on both civil side and criminal side. Before his elevation, he was also a trustee of Advocate D.B. Patil Trust, a trust aiming to provide assistance in fields of law, education, health, service, and environment preservation. He has delivered lectures on various topics of law in law colleges and seminars organized by Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa. He is an avid reader and is fond of reading biographies, mythologies, literature, and science fiction. On behalf of all of us, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to Honorable Justice Sandesh Dadasaheb Patil on his prestigious appointment. We are confident that under his stewardship, the principles of justice, integrity, and impartiality will continue to thrive in the Bombay High Court. May I request his Guru, Sri Ashutosh Kumbhakurni, to please come forward and present plant to his Lordship. Last but not the least, and pardon the expression, baby of the team, Justice Farhan Dubash. Oh, sorry. May I request Mr. Don to present? I am extremely sorry. I thought everybody wants to hear the response of judges, therefore I am trying to. Born on 25th November 1976, Justice Dubash shone with extraordinary quality in leadership, which was recognized by means of President's Medal awarded to him as a Boy Scout by the President of India. His stint at Don Bosco School, besides academics, prepared him for his sports and adventures. He graduated from Podar College and later on joined Government Law College. Each and every of our judges have been alumni of Government Law College. After obtaining Sanat, Justice Dubash signed articles with Sri Yazdi Dandiwala, who is also present here, of Mullah and Mullah, Craigie, Blunt and Caro. Starting from his early days as an article clerk at Mullah's, he worked diligently, gaining invaluable experience, and decided to practice as a counsel, joining chambers of our dear friend Faridun Divitre. He thereafter established his own chambers and built up a very large practice in all branches of civil law, constitutional law, and particularly arbitration law. He appeared before arbitral tribunals and also acted as an arbitrator. He was so busy in professional work that for the work of association, I would reach out to him post dinner time almost every day. His unwavering commitment, profound knowledge of law, and dedication to justice earned him the respect and admiration of his peers. Throughout his career, he demonstrated remarkable integrity and analytical mind and an unwavering sense of duty towards the rule of law. His tenure as a dynamic secretary of the Bombay Bar Association showcased his leadership skills, organizational acumen, and deep passion for the activities of the association. My relationship with Justice Dubash is worthy of a special mention. I have had the opportunity to work closely with him in past 2 years, whilst he was the secretary of the Bombay Bar Association. In these 2 years, with the efforts of Justice Dubash, the Bar Association strengthened international ties. His ideas encouraged our members to show us their creative and sporty side. We were able to conduct successfully by now 10 courses of advocacy training for the young lawyers at our association. We also traveled to Chennai to undertake 1 course of advocacy training in Chennai. We have traveled to Goa to undertake a course of advocacy training at Goa for members of the Goa Bar. And we are again going to Goa in month of October. Foreign. So we also launched our mementos. His ideas encourage our members to show us their creative side in terms of, we produced a calendar where our members' paintings were printed, and we took a team to Kuala Lumpur of cricket, badminton and football, where he participated in 2 disciplines and won a cup for Bombay Bar Association. With his innovative mind, our association has been brimming with activities. There has been a new sense of community amongst our members. My personal experience working with Justice Dubash allows me to unfalteringly say that he will be an asset to our judiciary. We look forward to his journey on the bench, although his absence will be greatly felt by us and me in particular at the bar. And I'm no mean to disrespect Naushad, you are equally of that level. His elevation feels like a personal victory for all of us, particularly all those on the standing committee of the Bar Association who have worked with him. I cannot forget his passion for sports, football, badminton, paddle, and whatever I miss, I am sure he will add it. And he loves mountaineering. Last year he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. In this year, I think it is Annapurna. Let us see. All the best for that. May your tenure be marked by wisdom, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to the cause of justice. Thank you. May I now call upon my friend Mr. Faridun Divitre and his guru to present a plant. May I request Mr. Don? આ book special છે. It is signed by 3 of us. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Thakkar, for those very warm words and for welcoming all our judges. May I now request Justice Sathe to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. It's as cliched as it may sound. First of all, thank you very much, Bombay Bar Association, for calling me here and organizing this felicitation. Extremely overwhelming to see so many people turned out here, and I'm told even in the other room. It really is humbling. Honorable President Shri Nitinbhai Thakkar, Vice President Shri Venkatesh Dhon, Secretary Naushad Engineer, office bearers of the Bombay Bar Association, all senior advocates, ladies and gentlemen, young lawyers, friends, and everybody who's gathered here for this very, very warm felicitation. Someone told me that, Aarti, please don't read out. It sounds as if, you have structured something. But today I'm going to take that opportunity to have that structure primarily because I don't want to miss out on people who have really helped me and this entire bar which has been so instrumental for me to make that journey from this side to this side. It's truly, truly humbling. I stand before you today with immense gratitude. This felicitation is deeply humbling and also a little overwhelming, not really little, quite a bit. To see so many of my friends, mentors and colleagues gathered here reminds me of my earliest days in this court. The only difference is, back then I was the nervous junior waiting anxiously before the bench, but today I stand here as a judge, still equally humbled, but hopefully a little more prepared. Cut me the slack if it takes me some more time to be more prepared. My journey began right here in these corridors and courtrooms. From those early days finding my way about the courtrooms to late evenings debating law with colleagues to the unforgettable barroom hot chocolate, I really miss it. This court has been home. To be here and now before you as a judge of this honorable court is the greatest privilege of my life. I have been blessed with the guidance of my family, each and every one of them who's a lawyer. My mother, a forward-thinking family court lawyer, taught me that law is not only about winning cases, but about helping people make the right choices. My father, who placed public service above all, guided me into joining him into his income tax practice, which turned out to be my true calling. My sister, also a family court lawyer, who has in her own way kept me grounded simply by being herself. My brother-in-law, Amay Pathak, has been to me the elder brother I never had, steady, supportive, and always offering quiet but wise counsel. My niece and nephew, one already a lawyer and the other soon to be, keep me engaged with spirited discussions about law and life, reminding me constantly of the fresh perspectives of the Gen Z generation. I don't think I should say Gen Z now because of the dispute that is going on in our neighboring country. And finally, most reliable stress buster, my pet dog Fluffy, who proves each day that while law may demand rationale, loyalty and joy are found in simpler wordless bounds. Over the 26 years in practice, first with law firms and later as a tax counsel, I was fortunate to have seniors who corrected me patiently, colleagues who shared both briefs and snacks, and the bar that welcomed me with warmth. I owe much also to the income tax bar, known for its quiet strength and immense expertise. I don't know how many of y'all are here, but it's just been an amazing journey to be a part of that bar too, which gave me not just professional growth, but some of the finest friendships of my life. Now I wish to place on record my deepest gratitude to my mentors, Dr. Milind Sathe, for his wisdom and guidance, Shri Percy Pardiwala, senior advocate and my senior, whose clarity and eloquence in advocacy remain unmatched, Mr. Darayas Khambata, for his stature at the bar and also been always a source of inspiration, Shri Virag and Virendra Tulzapurkar, senior counsels, whose counsel and friendship have enriched my journey, Shri Nitin Thakkar, presidents whose generosity of spirit I have always valued, Dr. Birendra Saraf, Advocate General, and so many of the other seniors who have guided me along my way. My special thanks to my friend and advocate and solicitor, Advocate Manavendra Kane, for his constant encouragement, and Justice Somashekar Sundaresan, who has always led by example with integrity and intellectual rigor. I must also acknowledge Justice Gautam Ankhad, my batchmate and friend for 25 years. I also owe this elevation to the senior members of the judiciary who considered me fit to take on this mantle of responsibility. I remain equally indebted to my friends at the bar, Nikhil Sakhardande, senior advocate, Kapil Moye, and Priya, admiralty lawyer, whose perspective as an admiralty lawyer reminds me that law is truly an ocean, vast and varied. And finally, to my office staff, and especially my junior Asavari Kadam, whose dedication and quiet efficiency ensured that every deadline was met, often long before I was ready. As I take on this new role, I know I must give up some old joys. The thrill of preparing for each hearing and argument, the camaraderie of the barroom, and yes, the comfort of blaming the judge when things go wrong. But I gain something far greater, the privilege and the responsibility to serve justice with fairness, humility, and I hope with a touch of humanity and humor. Thank you once again for this honor. I will strive to live up to the trust you have reposed in me, and I hope in the years ahead, together we can continue to uphold the dignity and tradition of this great institution. I hope to be a part of an egalitarian judiciary, one that keeps abreast with changing times, embraces modern perspectives, and creates space for greater inclusivity. In particular, I hope to encourage more women lawyers to step forward to take up this challenging and rewarding task and to contribute their voices and their strengths to the shaping of justice while we together continue to uphold the dignity of this great institution. Thank you once again very much for this warm welcome.
Thank you, Justice Sathe, for those warm and inspiring words. And I'm sure that your father's advice and your parents' advice that really being a lawyer is not about winning cases, but about helping people. And I'm sure that every litigant who walks into your court will definitely feel that. May I now call upon Justice Dubash to come and say a few words.
So between the five of us, we decided that all of us are not going to speak and bore the audience. So we decided that the senior most and the junior most will address. So Aarti and I were chosen to address. Members on the dais, my friends at the bar. Exactly 2 months ago, on the 10th of July, I had the privilege of addressing a similar gathering that was organized to felicitate our colleague and dear friend Justice Gautam Ankhad on his elevation to the bench. On that occasion, my role, as it had been on several prior ones, was to thank all of you for attending and then invite Nitin Bhai to deliver his speech. Little did I imagine back then that in such a short span of time, I would stand before you not to felicitate another, but to be the one being felicitated. The range of emotions coursing through me right now is indescribable. Nostalgia, as I recollect on so many fond memories that we have created together. Melancholy, knowing that I will no longer share the camaraderie of this bar room and the cherished relationships that I have built over the last 2 decades. But above all, excitement to embrace the path that I have chosen and to discover what this new chapter holds. What remains certain, however, is the profound honor I feel in standing here today, addressing this esteemed gathering. I am aware that many of you are eager to return to your offices and chambers. For most of you, it's too early to end the day, so I will not take up much of your time. However, I would like to share something personal, my journey to the bar and now to the bench. And I do this in the hope that it might inspire not only those present here today, but also those who may watch this speech later on the BBA YouTube channel, which I'm sure my dear friend Naushad should have hopefully have told Kashyap to prepare, and yes, it's being done. Now, truth be told, growing up, I never once imagined in my wildest dreams that I would become a judge of a high court, or for that matter, even a lawyer. My initial aspirations pointed in the exact opposite direction, towards sports, as Nitin Bhai said in his speech. But reality soon dawned and practicality won over passion. In our country at that time, making a career in sports was imprudent. Like the rest of my classmates in the 10th standard at Don Bosco High School, I attended early career guidance counseling. The standard questionnaire concluded that my aptitude was best suited for architecture, business management, and accountancy, none of which I ultimately pursued. After completing my BCom, I remained uncertain about my future, and then came a life-changing conversation with my mother. You may be surprised to know that it was she who advised me to pursue law, and the reasons she gave were as candid as they were amusing. First, apparently I argued with her far too much. And second, and more interesting, because she said my favorite TV shows at that time were The Practice and Boston Legal, both of which I had watched in full even whilst preparing for my BCom exams. So armed with this impeccable rationale, I decided to pursue law. Looking back, I am eternally grateful, not just to my mother, but also to myself for having the courage to embrace that advice. And not once have I regretted my decision. I did not come from a family of lawyers, nor did I know anyone practicing law at that time. My journey began thanks to my father, who secured me an internship at Mullah & Mullah after my TY BCom results were out. There I met the first of 2 people who were instrumental in shaping my legal career, Mr. Yazdi Dandiwala. I still remember my interview with him when he asked me if I had joined law college yet. I said no, and I mentioned that I had applied to a law college that was close to my house. He immediately advised me against it and recommended that I should go to Government Law College instead, a place where he said the most distinguished lawyers have studied. The very next day I went back, withdrew my application from that college and enrolled in GLC. Admissions there had already closed, but the principal, on seeing my first class BCom result and my internship at Mullah's, welcomed me with open arms. Admittedly, I rarely attended formal law classes at college. Nearly all of my legal education came from the hands-on training at Mullah's under Mr. Dandiwala's mentorship, and also what I learned from the practical view from the managing clerk, William. I learned every aspect of practice, starting from delivering papers to counsel, drafting notices, summons, affidavits, plaints, petition, understanding the inner workings of the High Court. Like many juniors at that time, I signed my articles and sat for the solicitor's exams, diligently studying commentaries and test papers. However, despite passing the individual papers, I fell short of the aggregate marks required. Realizing that a career in a solicitor firm was unlikely for me, I was nudged towards counsel practice. A daunting decision, especially with my wedding around the corner and no relatives or godfathers to guide me. That's when the second pivotal person entered my life, Fredun Divitri, or Freddy, as we affectionately call him. Whilst at Mullah's, I once had the opportunity to brief Freddy in a matter and was immediately taken by his pleasant demeanor and immense legal knowledge. I was overjoyed when he agreed to take me on as his junior in his modest 200 square foot chambers as it then was. But what it lacked for in size, it made up more for in wisdom. The years under Freddy's guidance were the building blocks of my career. He did not merely teach me the practice of law, he instilled in me values that define a lawyer: diligence, integrity, fairness, and respect for the institution of justice. His insistence on clarity of thought, rigorous research, and precision in expression have shaped not just my professional skills, but my entire approach to the profession. I must also acknowledge the profound impact of my tenure as the Honorary Secretary of the Bombay Bar Association. It offered me a unique perspective into the bar-bench relationship, enriching my understanding of the collective effort that is required for dispensation of justice, a perspective that will surely serve me well as I embark upon my role on the bench. During this period, I have grown close to several colleagues whose wisdom and dedication to legal reform profoundly influenced my outlook. Amongst them are President Nitin Bhai, with whom I shared many late-night conversations, as he pointed out. They stand out. I will always cherish the work we undertook together through the BBA Standing Committee, which includes the advocacy training, the podcasts, the new BBA app, and various other initiatives. None of this, of course, would have been possible without the dedication of the BBA staff, Suhas, Kashyap, Bhagwan, Maruti, Rupesh, and the entire team, whose efforts ensure the smooth functioning of our association. In recent weeks, many have asked me what prompted me to accept judgeship. The truth is, I never aspired for it. Like Santiago, the shepherd boy in Paul Coelho's Alchemist, I believe we must recognize and embrace our personal calling. Events over the past few months have made it crystally clear to me that serving the judiciary was my true purpose. I realize that whilst many of us wish to serve for the greater good, not everyone is granted the opportunity. So when that opportunity presented itself on the 15th of May, I seized it, submitting my consent and documents. Since then, time has flown. From my interaction with the Honorable Supreme Court Collegium on the 19th of August, to their recommendation the same day, to the government's swift acceptance and notification the following week on 26th, which culminated in our swearing-in ceremony exactly a week later, all of these happened on a Tuesday. All of this has been a whirlwind. As I stand here today, I do not wish to make tall promises of sweeping systemic changes. I also harbor no utopian illusions of single-handedly solving the persistent problem of case pendency. My commitment is to uphold the foundational principles of justice and impartiality that define our judiciary and ensure that every litigant receives a fair and expeditious hearing. I pledge to give my very best, and all I ask for in return is your understanding and cooperation. As I transition from the bar to the bench, I look forward to embracing my responsibilities, not just towards the legal community, but also towards the countless citizens who view the judiciary as their last hope for justice. This task is a formidable one, but with your blessings, the support of my family, friends, and colleagues and well-wishers, I am sure and confident of fulfilling the duty that destiny has entrusted to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justice Dubash, for those inspiring words. And thanks to all our members who have now decided to pursue their personal callings, to take up judgeship. And I think that you can just see the optimism and the hope that everyone in this room has. And we're all so grateful for everything that you have done and that you will do. And as Mr. Thakkar said, I have very big shoes to fill as Secretary of the Bar Association. So with that, I'd like to conclude today's evening's function. There will be tea and snacks. Please do join us. Thank you.